Woo is right. Holy crap. Guys, we won it. We did it. Oh my goodness. I'm so happy. I'm so happy right now. Oh my god, my hair. It stays where it needs to be. My dad didn't say anything about his hair, so I guess he's just okay about this win. We go on to round 2 to face the Stars, but let's not get into that just yet. We beat the defending Stanley Cup champions. In the past 5 years, they've won 3. It's so fitting that Brouwer, a former Chicago Blackhawk, made the last goal to seal up this game, 3-2. Dad, how do you feel about this whole series in general?
I think it's great. Everybody was upset when they traded Oshie for Brouwer.
Yeah.
They didn't understand it. Well, I think now you see why they traded Oshie for Brouwer. Hey, Oshie's doing great with the Capitals, but Brouwer's really added something extra to the Blues. And I've been a Blues fan since 1976, been going to the game since then. And I can't remember anything more exciting than this than Game 6 against Calgary in the Monday Night Miracle. But it was just awesome. Chicago played a great series. The Blues played a great series. And we can no longer say the Stanley Cup champion Chicago Blackhawks.
Exactly. And what's crazy is about this series is that the Blackhawks and the Kings this year will be somewhat different from the past 5 years. So in the past 5 years, since I don't know what 5 years ago was, it's 2011. Since 2011, there has not been a single Stanley Cup winner other than the Blackhawks and the Kings. This year, we can finally say it'll be someone different. Will it be the Blues? I don't know. This is how the Blackhawks are feeling right now, by the way. They're feeling like, oh, no.
What just happened?
What just happened, indeed. They were looking good. But in the end, I don't know. We had Elliott. I think Elliott, if we were to give any stars in this whole series, Elliott, if we did not have you, my man, we would not be here right now. So I want to personally thank you for my excitement.
I was reading in the Chicago paper a couple stories from yesterday and then one from today. The one from yesterday was saying, basically this is the same Chicago team. They come back on people. They're going to win.
Yep.
But it's the same old Blues. They get a lead. They can't win. They can't hold it. They fall apart, and that's why we're in Game 7. And then the guy that wrote it, I can't remember his name, the first sentence was, I guess these aren't the same old St. Louis Blues.
Yep.
And no, they're not.
No, they're not.
St.
We haven't passed the first round in how many years, Dad?
Oh, it's been a long time. We beat San Jose.
That's the last time.
It was in 2011 or 2012. And we beat San Jose to get to the second round against the Kings.
Yeah.
And we lost against the Kings.
Yeah. And then they went on to,
win the Stanley Cup that year, I think.
Yep. So, we're pretty happy. But I also have to die down my excitement just for a bit to talk about how we barely made this. This last game could have been so different. Nice sneeze. This could have been so different. This game could have gone so many different ways. Could have gone left, right, up, down. Oh my goodness, it's crazy.
But it didn't. And the puck bounces a certain way. And if it bounces a certain way, that team gets the advantage. Like that goal that Chicago almost scored towards the end of the third period that bounced off both posts.
Yeah, that would have been...
Hey, it could have went in. It could have went in and they tied it. The Blues could have scored another goal and won it in overtime. Chicago could have won it. But that's not what happened. The Blues win this series 4-3, and they move on to Dallas on Friday.
Now, there should have never been a Game 7, but I'm glad we won it. I'm so glad. Last night, I was at Hot Shots Bar and Grill, my local Hot Shots, and we watched the game. And at the end of it, I'm just running all over Hot Shots, hugging and high-fiving people I have never met before in my life. And it was fantastic. I shook a bunch of Blackhawks fans, because apparently there are some around here. Who knew? But... yeah, they said we played a great game. I said they played a great game. And I met someone, I don't think I told you this, Lance, but I actually met someone last night who now, since the Blues have won, has to get a Blues tattoo on whatever body part he chooses.
Oh, that's the worst thing for a Blackhawks fan.
Yeah. And he has to keep, isn't that ridiculous? I don't... See, now, I made the bet about my hair, but this man, he went a step further.
He did something permanent.
Exactly. And... whatever body part the person won, like the other person, he gets to choose the body part. It can't be on the face because obviously job interviews, stuff like that. But Could you imagine that because of this win, a Chicago Blackhawks fan is going to be walking around with the Blues logo on some part of his body? That makes me happy. I say we just go ahead and get into this game. What do you say, Dad?
Yes, let's do that.
Let's go ahead and get into the game. Round 1. This is Game 7. Here we go.
Glenville.
Let's go ahead and turn off that so we don't get copyright striked. Oh, I have to turn this down to 480p or else the whole thing lags with the audio.
That's just stupid.
Yeah, it is. Let's go back a little bit. There we go. Laterra. Oh, so close. There goes Tarasenko to Bouwmeester and scores. Yep. He is his own worst enemy, Corey Crawford.
Yep, Laterra got the
Yep.
tip in. Deflection. Watch. Perfect.
Look at that.
Perfect.
So good. What a great start to this Game 7.
Bouncy.
Yep. Here comes Kane. That right there, I thought they had come back because the TVs there were kind of like but like look at that. Oh, so good. Such a good save. Parayko. I just have to say real quick that the newbies of our team need a huge shout out. Laterra, Parayko, for their first ever Stanley Cup. They had a huge part in winning this Game 7.
Laterra and Parayko did. Laterra made some mistakes that cost the Blues.
That is true.
But he did play
Overall,
well.
we are moving around to the second round, so I am going to have to give them
And
a huge
Parayko's
high
a big
five.
man, got a heavy shot, hard shot.
Yep.
I mean, watch this. Just one pass to him.
Boom. All you heard was that one hit. Boom. Right there. Off the post. Fantastic. God, I love that. At this point, all the like there was a certain section at the Hot Shots that was just filled with Blackhawks fans. And at this point, they're not worrying because they know the Blues, they know the Blackhawks. After they get a 2 lead, they're going to come back, and they did.
You knew that Chicago wasn't going to go down 2-0.
No.
And they kept coming back, and they played well in the first period. I would say this game was basically almost evenly matched at the play.
Yep. I was very worried, Lance. I was very worried because the Blues were looking like their old selves where they would keep it in their own end. Like they wouldn't get it out of their own end. They were their own worst enemies.
Hossa loves that spot.
Yeah,
just like
he sure
Tarasenko
does. Second period, Blackhawks. Boom. Hits off.
Yep, off of Bouwmeester.
Yep. Off at Bouwmeester's knee. Boom. If he was not there, that goal would not have happened. Boom. Right off his knee. Yep. Right off the knee. Boom. And again, I said this, and I say this a billion times. It doesn't matter what type of goal you get in the Stanley Cup playoffs, as long as it's a goal.
A goal's a goal.
I'm going to have a drink of that real quick. Oh, that also could have been an easy goal. Twice.
That was a great save by Crawford. Laterra just needed to get it up another inch.
Kane. Anisimov to Kane again. That could have been bad. Look at how close that was. And that's why I say we barely got this one, guys. That was a great save by Crawford. Holy
awesome
jumping.
On Tarasenko.
Yeah. On to the third period. 2-2. I'm sweating like a madman. Oh, and there it is. There is the last game. That's the last point. Last goal made by, was it Brouwer? Yeah, by Brouwer. Last goal made of this round.
No.
He is not going to miss that a second time around. Oh, if he would have missed that. Again, that's why I said we barely won this, guys.
I'm just glad it didn't go off his skate.
Yep. 4 minutes left. Look at that. Both posts. Oh, my God.
Watch this. Watch.
They almost came back. Look at that. If that isn't the closest oh, my God moment you've ever seen, folks. Holy crap.
I disagree. That was not divine intervention. That was just the way the puck rolls. It happened to the Blues a couple times in the series.
8 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4,
ladies and gentlemen, we are done.
At this point, I was running
Blues
all
win
over the
round
place.
one,
Blues fans were
game
going
7.
crazy. That's why we showed the video at the beginning, because that's exactly how I felt. When the Blues won, they will face the Stars in game 2, round 2 rather. So let's look at these stats real quick, Lance. We have 3-2. STL wins the series 4-3. Shots on goal. Look at that. 33-26. Power play. Blackhawks only got 1 power play, but they did advance on that power play and scored on it. Power play for us, we did not score on either power play we got. Just couldn't keep it in their own end, the Blackhawks end. So whoa, hello. I hit pause, didn't I? I meant to hit pause anyways. That's a little trademark for you. Okay, now I hit pause. Face-offs won. We pretty much tied in that. We were tied in face-offs pretty much this whole series.
They were close.
We were very close. Now, Dad, I'm going to have you list off the goals made by each team because I am terrible at last names.
For Chicago, Marian Hossa got his second goal, or his third goal of the series. Shaw had that power play goal, his 4th of the series. And Shaw, I think, was one of their best players in the series. He came out, he scored a lot of goals, and he bugged the goalie. Tays got an assist. Duncan Keith got an assist. Panique got an assist. Crawford made 23 saves. And for the Blues, Brouwer got that game-winning goal, his first of the playoffs. The ex-Blackhawk. Parayko got that heavy slap shot. His second goal of the playoffs. Laterra got a goal, his first. Fabry had assist.
See, look how present new people are.
Stasny had an assist. Elliott made 31 saves. So Brouwer and Parayko, they're kind of new to him. Fabry played a little bit last year for the Blues. The year before last, but not much.
Exactly.
But you've got to count on the young core like the Blues are starting to build with some veterans like Backus.
Oh, yeah.
And Bouwmeester's been in the league a while, and Brouwer's been in the league a while. Played for the Capitals and the Blackhawks. And like I said, people were whining about that Oshie trade. And right now, everybody in Washington is happy as peaches. And
we're happy as peaches.
We're all happy to have Troy Brouwer here on our
It took us a while to get over Oshie, but now that we all see how good Brouwer is and how good Oshie is, not in our system but with the Capitals, I think we're both pretty happy about that trade.
Yeah, Brouwer doesn't make a lot of mistakes.
No.
And
he's a good solid all-around player.
He's a good solid all-around player, and he knows he can score.
Yep.
And with a defenseman like that, it's great.
Yep. Now, what's crazy is they mentioned I couldn't stop hearing about Patrick Kane, but he only scored 1 goal in this whole series.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's so good about it? I don't understand why he is so praised in this series when he scored 1 goal and Laterra, someone who's brand new to this, scored a goal too. Like, we could easily be talking how great Laterra is.
I think Patrick Kane, after being in the league for several years now, he needs to realize one thing. You don't have to skate around with the puck continuously and skate around players and just keep skating. Yeah, that's a part of your game.
That's what Oshie used to do.
That's what Oshie used to do. You need to learn when to pass it, when to stop all that fancy skating. Because all that fancy skating is going to do is eventually wear you out.
Mm-hmm.
I know you're wanting to wear the other team out, but eventually you're just going to be wore out too. He needs to learn how to do that.
Yep.
I heard someone mention the other day that Patrick Kane should be in the Hall of Fame, and I'm sorry, but I almost started throwing up what I just had for lunch.
That's funny.
He's got years and years and years to go, and several other things that need to happen for him to be that. But Hossa, I actually think, played better in this series than Patrick Kane.
Oh, yeah. I would give Hossa and Shaw way better than Duncan Keith or Patrick Kane.
Hossa's the old man.
Yep.
They call him Hoss. He's been playing for years, and, he knows how to get goals when they need them. And if it wasn't for Hossa, this wouldn't have went seven games.
Nope, exactly.
The Chicago fans seem to be happy that they have Marian Hossa on their team.
Yep.
And hopefully he'll be back for Chicago next year.
Oh, yeah. Now, I have to show you guys something real quick. I'm going to go to NHL.com. And it's basically 5 reasons why the Blues made it. They advanced, and 5 reasons why the Blackhawks did not advance. And if I find this article, I'll bring it up to screen here real quick. Come on, where is it? Oh, here it is. 5 reasons why the Blackhawks were eliminated. And let's bring this up on the big screen here while we read this. Let's go back to this. There we go. Okay. So 5 reasons the Blackhawks were eliminated. We won't go too in depth, but we'll list the reasons and then we'll talk about them a little bit. So the defense depth. That was the Chicago lost a lot of talented forwards and from its 2015 Stanley Cup winner. That is true. We go into no finish. This is a big one. Patrick Kane and Jonathan Toews combined for 1 goal against the Blues. That's it. They're supposed to be a dream team, but they only made 1 goal combined with their efforts. Yep, he exactly didn't kind of have the kind of impact the Blackhawks hope he would. Discipline, apparently it's lacking. Balancing act.
Brian Elliott, they said, was one of the reasons.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, Brian Elliott. I forgot that. Yeah, that's a huge reason. Actually, Brian Elliott is listed twice because if you look at this, 5 reasons why the Blues advance, overcoming adversity, and the second one is Brian Elliott. Brian Elliott, which is exactly why he deserves our star of the series. Mm-hmm. Oh, my God, Brian Elliott. Fantastic. If we had to give another, if we were just giving Blue stars, Brian Elliott, Tarasenko, and who else?
I don't know.
I don't really think I can name a third one. All of them played pretty much even past Tarasenko.
I would say you've got to give the third one to Brouwer just because he won that game.
Yeah,
and
actually,
he did score another goal, I believe. Or no, he didn't. But he played really, really well in the series.
Look at that. Vlad is on our side. That's very good.
Yes.
Shutdown mode. That is one thing that. You know what? I don't think that's a good thing because that whole shutdown mode / that's what they're calling it, but what Hitchcock calls it is playing not to lose. I don't like that sort of play style. It won us this Game 7, but at the same time, it lost us those 3 games in a row, or 2 games in a row.
I don't think they played not to lose last night.
No,
that was
after a certain point, they stopped trying to make goals because
they knew Chicago was going to just start pouring it on in the last couple minutes. And if your whole idea is to start to score more goals, you might make a mistake. But they do sometimes have a shutdown mode. You know, like the other night in Game 6 when they went ahead 3-1.
Yep.
It's like they tried to go into shutdown mode and Chicago just took over the game.
Yep. The last one is rookie play with Fabry, Parayko, Edmondson, and Brouwer.
Yep.
Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic from all of the brand new players. Now let's look at the playoffs real quick. Let's look at the bracket. Now if we look in the bracket, we have this is going to be your bracket. Okay, so really quickly, I don't think we've talked about this since it happened, but the Panthers are out and the Islanders are in. That surprised me, but the Islanders are playing great. Tampa Bay Lightning, we talked about that. The Penguins beat the Rangers. That game, I am going to watch this series.
That Capitals Penguins series is going to be
that's going to be a good one. That's because I'm not worried about any of these other series besides this one.
Did you fill out a bracket? Did you fill out a bracket?
I did actually, but my bracket does not look like
the one that I missed was I thought the Kings would beat San Jose.
Yep.
But I got the Blues, Chicago, and Dallas and Minnesota right, and I picked Anaheim to beat the Predators. I missed on the Florida Islanders. I got the Tampa Bay Lightning right. I got Washington right, and I got Pittsburgh right. So I'm not doing too bad.
This is what I got right. I got wrong. Me and you got the same thing wrong. We thought the Panthers would win. I actually had the Tampa Bay beating the Detroit Red Wings because they barely made it in to begin with. They were just outclassed. I got the Capitals, the Penguins. I got the Blues, and I actually got the Stars. You said the Minnesota would win, didn't you?
No, I had the Stars.
Oh, you had the Stars too? Well, I had the Stars too. Out of this game, I actually think the Predators, which is surprising, but this whole series, this whole round 1 has been surprising on both the Eastern and Western conferences because both of these 2 teams are out. Like all of the teams that are big shots are out. So this is the little guy's time. Well, not really because you got the Capitals and the Penguins, but mostly my bracket is somewhat right. Yeah. The only thing I had wrong was Panthers, and if I get wrong the Ducks, that's the only 2 things I got wrong.
I want Anaheim to win, so I'll be more right.
Yeah. Well, what's crazy is I actually had the San Jose Sharks winning, which, I mean, why? But that's what I had. I just filled out. Anyways, that is the bracket for round 2. hopefully, we'll let you guys know when we'll post on Twitter when the Predators beat the Ducks or the other way around. But other than that, you got any more to say about this round? Going into round 2. Now, that will be a whole separate episode on its own in the next couple days, either tomorrow or the next day. We will have a preview of the Dallas Stars versus the Blues in round 2. But other than that, what a great series to watch. Nail biter. I don't have any nails left. All my nails are gone. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You have anything to add before we go ahead and sign off?
Not at all. I don't have any fingers left, so.
Don't have any fingers left. But yeah, if you guys would like, my dad made his single show podcast thing. It's on Stitcher, it's on iTunes, and it's on Shout Engine. Thank you. So you pretty much can search St. Louis Blues The Drop Podcast, and you'll find it on any one of those sites. Listen to it while you're doing the dishes, mowing the lawn, taking a drive,
changing the diapers.
Changing the diapers. Actually, you probably want to pay attention to that.
No, you can just set the phone down and listen.
I guess so. You can find all those. I have finally updated our website, so our website is up to date and it looks fantastic. It's the drop. It's http://thedroppodcast.wix.com/drop. It's a lot to remember, but it's in the description down below, so you don't have to type that all out yourself. It looks great. I'm going to be updating it constantly. I actually updated it with what I thought about the win for St. Louis. On my site, I was a little bit more a naysayer. But as Hitchcock said in his press conference yesterday, naysayers can take a day off. We actually won this one. But anyways, if you haven't already, follow us on our social media accounts such as Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. All of those are down below. We will be updating those constantly going into the second round against the Dallas Stars. That should be a very interesting thing to watch with Jamie Benn. I don't know how we're going to deal with him, but we'll figure out a way. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I have been Logan.
And I have been Lance.
And we'll get the drop. Oh wait, we forgot to say what day the first game is. What day is the first game?
April 29th, Friday.
April 29th, Friday. So our show will be on Saturday. We hope to bring you a Game 1 win for the Blues. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I have been Logan. We've already said this. We'll get the drop on you.
I'm still Lance, just like I was 5 seconds ago.
Exactly. And we'll get the drop on you guys next time.
Bye.
We won! Oh my God, I'm so happy.